Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the celebration, the award celebration of the 5th LJMU MA Short Film Festival. It's lovely to see you all here, new people and old fans, and it's really great to share this moment with you. And we will welcome our filmmakers who are joining us remotely. There they are. From Hello, filmmakers. From different parts of the world to share with us this moment of revelation of the Pepe Bird Awards 2025. For those of you who don't know me, I am Lydia, and I am the festival director and the program leader of the MA film, in the context of which this takes place.
And I am Martin. I am the festival coordinator and tutor on MA film. And for all the filmmakers that are with us tonight, I am the guy who keeps spamming you with emails constantly.
As you probably know, this is a festival organized as part of the MA film course. Martin and I direct and coordinate the overall effort, but it's actually MA students who do the vast majority of the work. They are programmers, trailer editors, social media content creators, podcast organizers, PR professionals, screening and Q&A hosts, and many, many other things. So please share a round of applause for the MA students.
This is the second year that our festival has taken place fully in person, with on-site screenings of every film, sorry about that, where we aim to bring the local community on board to enjoy and to celebrate the best of student filmmaking. So what we've done over the past 4 nights, we've had screenings of each of our festival strands, beginning with documentary and continuing with animation, fiction and experimental. And after every screening, we've had a Q&A, a live Q&A with some of the directors featured in this year's program.
But we are fully committed to sharing this festival with audiences far and beyond. And therefore, all the films and the live Q&As and everything that's been going on, basically, have been available online across the globe with no geo-blocking whatsoever. So for the duration of the festival, anybody around the world could actually see the films, and the live events are going to stay there in eternity. This way, we hope that our featured filmmakers, who come from places as far apart as Kazakhstan and Italy, Mexico and Poland, India and Estonia, can share their films, their work, with audiences from anywhere else. And that basically is an opportunity for us to show that what brings us closer is much more important and much greater than what keeps us apart. So, great stories, told in captivating, original, authentic ways, can resonate across the globe, and our festival is very, very much committed to sharing as many of those as possible.
We are also very proud that our festival is truly international, and this year we attracted 2,691 submissions from 119 countries. The final selection, though, the final program, consists of 37 films that we showcased from 21 countries. So if we look at that, if we put that into perspective, that's less than 1.5% of the films that we receive. So it is an incredibly competitive process. But it also means that a number of very good films were left out of the selection as well. But we're confident that the 37 that our students have chosen are the most important, the most touching, the most entertaining, but also the most ambitious and well executed.
So that means, of course, that whether the filmmakers who are here, who've been part of this program, win or not one of the awards, being selected for this festival, for the LJMU MA Short Film Festival, was a great achievement. So please join us in a round of applause for our filmmakers who were part of this festival.
So, without further ado, let's move on to the awards ceremony itself, which will be hosted by 3 of our MA students. We're also lucky enough to be joined by some of the members of the 4 juries who decided who is winning the awards. And importantly tonight, we'll also reveal who has won the Audience Paper Bird Award, the voting for which closed earlier this afternoon. So hopefully everybody had their opportunity to vote for their favourite film over the past week.
And after the ceremony ends, we will have a short break for refreshments, bid farewell to our filmmakers who are joining us online, and screen the winning films. So please stay around after the screenings, as the space is ours until late, and we can enjoy socializing and even dancing to the eclectic film music selected by our very own MA film student, Oscar Bradshaw. So, Max, John Devon, the floor is yours.
Right, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the 5th annual LJMU MA Short Film Festival Paper Bird Awards Ceremony, or as we like to call it, the LJMU MA SFF PBAC. It really just rolls off the tongue when you say it like that. I am Max Kenny, and I programmed the animation strand.
And I'm John Mortimer, and I programmed the documentary strand.
And I'm Devon Jones, and I programmed the experimental strand.
We are humbled to be joined tonight by some of the incredibly talented filmmakers from across the globe who we were lucky enough to exhibit their films in this year's festival. It's astonishing to all of us, the reach that our festival has. And we want to thank every one of you for taking the time to be here, as well as allowing us to screen your films in the first place, because without you, there would be no us.
Yes, and with that being said, we'd also like to thank Martin and Lydia for allowing us to do this festival. This is an experience truly like no other, and they've really let us make it our own, and honestly I can imagine that was quite frustrating at times, Lydia. But they've also introduced us to the world of film festivals, which is something I don't think we would have got the chance on any other course.
No.
I mean, people, when you say you've gone and done an MA in film, they would have come in and gone, oh, you just watch a lot of films, maybe even make a couple if you're lucky. But that wasn't the case here. We've found this whole new world, and even found that there are more career opportunities for us than just in the industry.
Tonight is a reminder to us of the prevailing power of human storytelling. Through fiction, documentary, animation, and experimental techniques, our delightful little species has been looking for ways to entertain and educate us all about ourselves, our planet, and beyond, from the moment we crawled out the mud. From drawings, through books, and on to the age of film, the human race's ability to capture and inspire emotions from page to screen, it's something so uniquely ours that it's worthy of celebration.
We live in a time where our industry is threatened by people with a lot of money but little sense, looking for shortcuts at the expense of artists and filmmakers. But what our festival represents is the future. We highlight the very best of international student filmmaking, the next generation of this industry, with every year getting stronger and stronger. The films we have screened this week can easily rival and outweigh those made with million-dollar budgets because they are made by people with passion and a story worth telling. And as long as passionate people have cameras, good films will survive anything.
Yes, and it's an immense privilege to be able to say that we program this festival and screen these amazing films, a position that I'm sure a lot of people in our field would not be in. Now, it is imperative to this festival that it is a festival done by students for students. It creates such a distinct program, and some of us have even felt so passionate about these films when we've been programming them that we've fought for them to stay in these strands and to be pushed forward for you all to see, and that's truly incredible.
We are really proud to be able to give these films a platform from which to raise their voice, and as student filmmakers ourselves, it's overwhelmingly inspirational to see the quality of what can be made with a student budget. Every filmmaker exhibited in this festival, as well as all those behind the 2,691 films that were submitted to this festival, should be immensely proud of the work that they've done. Even if you don't go home with a paper bird tonight, I really hope that you'll never stop doing what you're doing so well.
And with that being said, I think it's time to start giving out some birds. To kick things off, let's take a quick look back over the documentary strand with the trailer made by our beloved John Mortimer.
Внешне оставалось все так же, все замечательно. Ни истерик. Просто она в себе там замкнулась где-то.
I guess that's one of the reasons we take videos and photos. At the end of the day, we might only remember the most important moments in our lives. The most important moments in our lives.
This year's festival has given us the privilege of witnessing a remarkable collection of international student documentaries. It's been particularly striking to see the sheer range of voices and experiences represented. From the struggles of communities to tackling universal related themes of resilience and identity. We've seen works that transcend borders and remind us of the power of film to connect us all. With such a strong field, choosing a winner would be really challenging. Fortunately for me, that responsibility has actually fallen on our esteemed jury, and they're now ready to announce the recipient of this year's Best Documentary Award. So it's my pleasure to introduce them to you to reveal the winning documentary film. So the 2025 documentary film jury are Sophia Tokar, who was a film distributor at Square Eyes, Nelissa Arcade, who was filmmaker and winner of last year's Paperbird Award for Best Documentary. Unfortunately, they are unable to be with us tonight, but we are very fortunate to be able to welcome Sophia Duff, third year LJMU Film Studies student, to present the Paperbird for Best Documentary.
Hello. So first of all, we'd just like to grant a special mention to a film that intertwines two distinct worlds, shaping both motherhood and childhood and ultimately leaving us with a sense of hope, which is Roots by Max Vazquez Montufar.
Max, you want to... We're really lucky that Max is actually with us tonight. Thank you. Max, would you just like to say a few words?
Sure. Do you have like music for me to live or something? No. Well, thank you very much for this honor. It's amazing for us, for all the team to be part of this festival. Thank you very much for everyone who is involved here, who make us feel like home. Thank you very much. And also, well, this film is for all the mothers and children around the world, not only in Mexico, but every part in the world there is people struggling. And hopefully this film can shed a light into the lives of those people. And so everyone can see that lives can change. And even if our conditions do put us in various challenges, they cannot determine our future. So thank you very much for this, and have a wonderful night, everyone.
Big hand to Max. Sophia.
And moving on to the award, we've chosen a film that, through a deeply personal story, immerses us in the world of professional sports, revealing its dark and unforgiving side beneath the water surface. So the Paper Bird Award for Best Documentary goes to Swim Higher by Cecilia Palmieri.
A fantastically well-deserved award. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you so much for this award. Not only for my team, who was an incredible team made of really talented people, really talented sound designers, color graders, and cinematographers, and all the other people, and also, of course, like our super talented protagonist, but also for the theme of the documentary, who is not really talked about, and sports are not maybe like the most festival like topic for documentaries, but this is a very niche topic that is not really talked about enough. So I'm really happy that it got some people heard about this kind of story, and yeah. And also congratulations to all the other participants, because of the quality of the stories and the creativity of also like all the different forms of documentaries that make this genre so interesting and unique. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cecilia Palmieri. And thank you so much, Sophia. And now I'll hand you over to our Max to present the Animation and Fiction Awards.
Lovely. Thank you, John. Now, firstly, animation. Now, I like to think that our animation strand is our ultimate showcase of the potential of visual storytelling. The programmers, Oscar, Viv, and I, had immense joy in plowing through every film that was submitted to us, traveling together from lonely islands in the middle of vast oceans to the far-off regions of outer space, but always following stories that were deeply rooted in humanity, even when humans weren't the particular focus. Stories of joy and love and loss and grief, and even a cafe full of jazz-playing cats. It is one of my greatest frustrations in life how animated films are so often considered only for children, being consistently devalued, even by the Academy. They are disregarded and their academic and intellectual value discredited because they're bright or colorful or visually vibrant, when they often hold some of the greatest stories and lessons that people can learn. Throughout my studies, both here and elsewhere, my focus has undoubtedly been on pushing for animation to be taken seriously and given the value that it deserves as a medium for storytelling, not just considered a genre in its own right. And I think our strand is a complete reflection of that desire. The animation strand is a true tour de force in the vast possibilities, I should say, of this approach to filmmaking through a variety of the potential styles. Hand drawing, mixed media, CG, stop motion, and beyond. These each inspire real emotion through the unreal, and we couldn't be prouder to showcase them in our festival. Now, before we give anything away, let's take a quick look back over our strand with the brilliant trailer put together by our own programmer and resident Letterboxd legend, Oscar Bradshaw.
Dois, três, quatro.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce you all to this year's animation jury, who chose the winner of the special mention and the coveted Paper Bird for Best Animation. Miriam Fox, the animation filmmaker, lecturer, and winner of the 2024 Animation Paper Bird Award for her film Dead Silent. And with us tonight to present the awards, Lucy Bell, model maker, art director, and LJMU film graduate, and Gabriella Fenlon, third-year film studies student at LJMU.
Hello, my name's Lucy. It's a really big honor to be here, and it was really, really difficult to choose this special mention and the Paper Bird Award this year because all the films were absolutely outstanding, and every contestant that submitted a film should be completely proud of themselves because it was excellent. I'm going to be announcing the special mention. This film is a charming, poetic, and heartfelt film with a very strong visual style and careful attention to detail in the animated performances. The overall message is powerful while also sensitive, delivered with a delicate touch, which leaves the viewer with a strong visceral impression on the viewer. And this is The Man Who Loved Flowers by Sonu Thomas.
Congratulations, Sonu. And now, Gabriella, if you want to discuss the Paper Bird Award.
Yeah, the Paper Bird was a very difficult one because we've got so many films to choose from. But I will say the concept of this film is curious and evocative of Sylvie and Chumé meeting Ratatouille. The characters are bold and memorable, and the animation is highly accomplished. It's a happy indulgence in the weird, gooey habits we usually keep to ourselves, the quirks and eccentricities that make us human. While these oddities may usually be kept behind closed doors, the film showcases them in a way that feels authentic and strangely comforting. Charming and full of wit, this is a world we would love to revisit. And I think just from the reactions the other day at the screening, we all know who's going to win this award. It's Lewis Macaulay's Why Won't Anyone Eat Me?
Congratulations, Lewis. Would you like to say a few words?
Hello. I don't have too much to say, except for thank you very much to everyone at Liverpool for putting this whole festival together. Thank you especially to the MA students. The one thing I do want to say is that these films aren't made alone, far from it. We want to rep the whole team. James Dessar, Victoria Draghi, Nathaniel Bouchat, Muhalhal Al-Yassin, Isu Kim, Danyi Wang, Wenxin Kai, Olivia Zira, Sage Elms. These are all artists who helped me create this amazing film, and I'm eternally grateful for them. We had a great time working on it. That is all. Thank you. Thank you for supporting our film.
And thank you for your wonderful film, Lewis. It really was a treat to the eyes, some might say. Wonderful. Thank you both for being here tonight. Now, moving swiftly on to our fiction awards for tonight. Now, I believe personally that fiction at its core is just people trying their best to make sense of everything through stories. It has followed us all through every stage of our lives, teaching us lessons that aren't taught in classrooms, how to understand ourselves and others, making peace with our circumstances or challenging them, and ultimately asking, why the hell are we all here? The fiction strand, much like the rest of our festival, includes a variety of those stories that our programming team found challenging and emotionally gripping. There were so many incredible films that made their way to us, but some of them never made it in to the program, as our brilliant team worked tirelessly to whittle down a third of our near 3,000 submissions into just 6 films in our program. And I think we can all agree that they somehow managed to find the cream of the fiction crop. These 6 films demonstrate that astounding storytelling can be found in every corner of the world, from Germany to Argentina to India and Venezuela. Each of them explore human connection and encapsulate the experience of existence, ranging from the deeply emotional, the poignant, to the hilarity of society. I'm sure it was a near impossible challenge to funnel this strand to hold just 6 films, but it was undeniable that what each of these films provide are 6 individually special experiences. With that in mind, let's remind ourselves of what this strand had to offer with the beautiful trailer edited by fiction programmer Sean Bass. Our 2025 fiction jury, who had the grueling task of finding tonight's Paperbird recipient, are Marijke de Valk, leading film festival studies scholar and associate professor at Utrecht University; Giovanna Castellari, filmmaker and winner of the 2024 Paperbird Award for Fiction for her film Two-Syllable Name; and Devon Whitehouse, final year film studies undergraduate. Unfortunately, our jury couldn't be with us tonight, so John and Devon have joined me to present this year's Fiction Awards.
It was so difficult to choose that our jury have made 2 special mentions for this strand. The first fiction special mention goes to We Have Homeland. By Miquel Cortido from Venezuela, for the scale and quality of the production, which is far above what one may expect from a student film.
It definitely was. And then the second special mention for this strand goes to Growing Up is Killing Your Mother by Nika Ardito. And that was awarded for its skillful mastery and mixing of the most powerful horror tropes and themes. So congratulations to those 2 special mentions.
Indeed.
And now for the winner of the Paperbird for fiction. The jurors chose a short film with strong themes and performances, combining addressing a serious problem with a message of hope, that love conquers all. The jury was impressed by the film's strong formal and narrative qualities and is pleased to bestow the 2025 Fiction Paper Bird to Count My Love by Eva Japola. Congratulations to you, Eva. Do you have any words you would like to say?
For sure, I would like to thank you very much. Like it makes me so happy, and also, yeah, Count My Love is very personal to me, and this hero is like a real friend to me. And now I want to develop it into a full feature, and this award gives me a lot of motivation. And thank you for watching that and for giving us chance and giving space for films like that. And yeah, with that film, I would love to like give people hope, but also to say that we don't have to be afraid of love and also losing control for people we love. And thank you very much.
No, thank you very much for letting us have your film in our festival.
Yeah.
So last but not least, the experimental strand with our Devon.
Some may say the better Devon because I turned up this evening. Now, it's easy to assume that after 130 years of films since the Lumiere brothers first publicly showed a film, that the wheel is well and truly worn out. There is no other ways of making films. But boy, could you be any less wrong. Now, you'd assume that everything's drained of all its originality. And surely if you look at the output from Hollywood at the moment, you'd completely agree with that. I mean, a live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon, is that really the best we could do? But that's fine. You know, I liked How to Train Your Dragon. But no, like all art, it always finds a way, and imagination will always be there. And no matter how big the box gets, someone will still find a way to be outside of it if they have enough creativity. Our experimental strand is a celebration of the abstract and a never-ending exploration of the limits of filmmaking. And with these films, we've had the opportunity to experience the world as it's never been seen before, immersing ourselves in distinctive avant-garde visions of the individual creator. And whilst it's easy to become lost in the unfamiliar unconventionality of these films, our fantastic team of programmers were led on their journeys by these creators. And they tried to show us the depths of their brilliance, and boy, did we find it. Now, each of these films definitely does break the mold in terms of the way it's created and what we thought that they would do. They attack our very soul with deep emotions and humanity, and they're all more than worthy of being in this program. That's not just my opinion, that's definitely the opinion of Harry, Adam, and Alex, our great programmers for the Strand. But briefly, let's take a quick tour of the 9 films that made the selection this year, with the trailer that was excellently made by our own Alex Connolly. Wow, what a lovely trailer that was. Now, it is time for me to introduce you to the illustrious jury for this year's Experimental Award. So our jury this year was composed of Micah Hohn, the artistic director of the Hamburg Short Film Festival, Lucas Kua, the winner of last year's Paper Bird with his film Obscura, and LJMU's very own Will Knowles, who is here with us tonight to present the awards.
Let me start by congratulating all the filmmakers and programmers for their efforts. I'm deeply grateful to have been offered the chance to experience your work. It's been truly amazing. For the special mention, we came to silent a film rich in its emotive content. It's a film that pushes a mixed media approach in ways that evokes deep familial memories and a potent sense of nostalgia. It's a testament to experimental film's power to conjure emotion outside narrative conventions. The special mention for the experimental strand goes to Udenk Lesi by Minna Abelain.
And then Will, who wins our gorgeous Paper Bird for this year.
When discussing experimental film, we often think of how atmosphere can be generated through avant-garde technique. The winner demonstrates this to a high level. We were amazed by the deeply textured aesthetic with a haunting soundscape and gritty urban shots that left us in fear, yet also intrigue. The 2025 Experimental Paper Bird Award goes to A Train Arrives by Raphael Heinisch.
Congratulations, Raphael. Do you have a few words for us?
Yeah, I'm very. I feel very honored that the jury decided for our film, and I am very thankful that our film got selected from you for the festival, and that it could be seen together with all the other films, because it's always exciting to see how other people experience. Explore film and how they put their experience into the film, and what kind of language they find to express themselves. And yeah, I'm very grateful that all our films could have been seen together here and that you made it possible. Thank you.
Yes, so a warm congratulations to all our awards winners this evening and to all the wonderful filmmakers in this year's festival. It's truly been one of our strongest years yet, and I'm going to argue that it's been the best one. Sorry, Peter, I know I said that in front of you last night as well. That's on me. So the point of this festival has really been to bring together filmmakers, lovers of film from all over the world, all for the love of film, and it's truly been an honor to program this, especially with you guys. It's been such a great team this year.
And now it's time to present our final Paper Bird of the night, the audience choice. Ooh. Visitors to the festival have had all week to go on the website and vote for the film that they thought was the best film of the week. So we've seen what the experts think, but now let's see what those who came in every night to watch.
Yes, all 37 of our films have been extraordinary forces of talent and creativity, exploring difficult subjects and unspoken stories in uniquely engaging ways.
Thank you, John. Oh, I've lost my card, so I'm going to have to make this up.
It's all good.
Honestly,
you know where
I'll
we
wing
are.
it. It's fine.
You know where we
yeah.
are.
So I'm sure it was a really difficult choice for you all, but you've all voted, and it really did come down to the wire this year, didn't it, Martin? The very last few minutes, it was, what, 5 votes in it between first and second? 6. Absolutely incredible.
Well, say 5. That sounds nicer.
Yeah, it sounds way more intriguing. So, enough of me rambling because I've forgotten what I'm meant to be talking about. Should we move on to the award?
We shall indeed.
Not?
John, would you like to hold this award for me while I open the envelope?
I'll hold this award.
So, our Paper Bird for the Audience Award this year goes to
Roots! Congratulations once again, Max.
Wow.
Well done, Max.
Congratulations, Max. And a fun fact for you, you actually have the honor of being the first ever in-person recipient of a Paper Bird Award. Yeah. Would you like to say a few words?
Well,
Well, thank you very much again. I would like to thank all the people involved in this festival again, all the people who voted for our film, for seeing something of value in it, and also thank our team, our cinematographer, producer, sound designer. I would like to thank my family, my mother, who is definitely a big part of this movie, and her love for me has always being part of an important part of this movie to showcase how love can win everything and can overturn any kind of situation. And also my friends, my girlfriend, and everyone back home who's supporting us, our school, and well, thank you very much again. Thank you.
Congratulations, Max. All right, so it's just time for a quick break. The night is still young, however. But first, we would just like to say a big thank you to all of our filmmakers for joining us tonight. You have all been brilliant, and it's been such a marvelous week to spend time with your films. I mean, us as programmers have spent an awful long time with these films. We've grown very attached to them, and we love them to bits. So even if you haven't gone home with a paper bird tonight, please do not think that that is any slight on you as a filmmaker. These are brilliant films. You're all incredibly talented individuals, and please don't stop doing what you're doing. You're doing a marvelous job. And hopefully we will see more work from you in future iterations of this festival. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Okay, so it is just time now for a quick break. Please enjoy some refreshments.
Let's go. This is madness.